Darwin Núñez, a mercurial genius or a failing gamble? Why is a striker blessed with lightning pace, raw physicality, and the ability to wreak havoc in any defense, slowly losing his grip at Anfield? Is Núñez still part of Liverpool's long-term vision, or is his time in red quietly ticking away? This isn't just a story about one footballer. It's a mirror reflecting the limits of belief, expectation, and patience in modern football. The line between genius and failure has never been thinner, and Darwin Núñez is walking it every match day. In contemporary football, some players leave fans awestruck with iconic plays, while others leave them clutching their heads in disbelief over unbelievable misses. Darwin Núñez is a blend of both. He can score unthinkable goals, yet squander equally incredible opportunities. For many, Núñez is one of the most entertaining players you'll find in the Premier League, perhaps even all of Europe. Fans often quip that Núñez always scores the difficult goals but misses the easy chances. 3 seasons since he arrived at Anfield, that narrative seems to hold true. This makes him an endless topic of debate, but it's also precisely why we can't take our eyes off him. He's incredibly special, immensely entertaining, sometimes in a negative way, but utterly captivating. Before his move to Liverpool, Núñez had an explosive season at Benfica, particularly in his final year. He scored consistently, playing a significant role in the club's European campaign, even if it wasn't a truly successful season for the team. The 3-3 draw at Anfield, where Núñez put on an impressive display, served as an unofficial audition that secured his move to Liverpool. With 48 goals and 16 assists in 85 appearances for Benfica, he clearly wasn't a fluke. At the time, fans thought Núñez would be the kind of player to explode in his second season, much like he did at Benfica. They expected that under Jurgen Klopp's guidance, he would refine his finishing instincts. Liverpool shelled out a club record fee for him, just as Benfica had done previously. All expectations pointed towards a complete number 9 who could spearhead the Reds' attack for years to come. Yet, everything seemed to reset when he donned the Liverpool kit. Here, Núñez became a riddle, occasionally bursting to life with a dazzling dribble, a thunderous shot, a crisp pass, or a sprint that left defenders in his dust, only to go quiet for several games afterward. In the 2024-25 season, Núñez contributed to just 7 goals and 5 assists in 47 appearances across all competitions. A rather modest return compared to expectations. In his 3 seasons with the Merseyside club, he accumulated a total of 40 goals and 22 assists in 143 matches. A notable point, Darwin's average shots per 90 minutes have significantly declined. From 4.5 shots per game in his first season, then 4.7 last season, the 2024-25 season saw that number drop to 2.4. His confidence is clearly impacting his decision-making and actions in the box. This is an alarming sign, indicating his stuckness in converting chances into goals. Despite this, Núñez remains a true movement machine. He runs tirelessly, always appears in dangerous positions, and possesses excellent off-the-ball instincts. But he lacks the coldness when it comes to finishing. For instance, in the Champions League match against Girona, he squandered 2 of 4 golden opportunities, or a header that bounced off the ground from within the 6-yard box in a situation that couldn't have been more favorable. The match against Newcastle was even worse. 71 minutes played, only 16 touches, 4 of 8 successful passes, and 1 of 4 successful duels. When Núñez is bad, he's truly bad, and that feeling spreads throughout the team. He doesn't just affect his own play, but can drag down the team's overall morale. Even after that match, manager Arne Slot defended his player. Every striker in the world goes through goal droughts. The important thing is that we have many other players who know how to score. I kept Darwin on the field because he is always a threat. But it's precisely the phrase "he is a threat, but doesn't score" that truly reflects his current state. Núñez can cause chaos for opposing defenses with his intelligent movement, but he can't capitalize on those situations to deliver goals. When Diogo Jota was sidelined for 2 months, the opportunity opened up for Núñez to become the undisputed first-choice striker. but he disappointed fans. Meanwhile, Jota returned and immediately found the back of the net. Even worse, Luis Diaz, primarily a winger, was occasionally deployed as a central striker by Slot and played quite well. This is a clear wake-up call for Darwin. He's no longer the sole option for the central striker role, and the pressure of competition is steadily increasing. Nunez's future looks even bleaker with the arrival of Florian Wirtz, Liverpool's record signing in the summer of 2025. Wirtz, with his impressive creativity and goal-scoring ability, directly threatens Nunez's position, especially since Arne Slot favors a possession-based and disciplined playing style. Nunez, with his free-flowing and somewhat impulsive playing style, no longer seems to fully fit Slot's philosophy. The tactical shift could be one of the main reasons he hasn't been able to unleash his full potential. However, if we put aside the statistics, the expectation charts, or the data, Nunez remains a beloved figure in the Liverpool squad. You can't help but adore a player who gives his all, always shows genuine emotion on the pitch, and is clearly cherished by his teammates. He might get frustrated, he might get angry, but that only makes him more relatable. Nunez doesn't hide his emotions, and many feel a connection with him precisely because of that. He's not cold, not perfect, but very human, very real. And because of that, Copites will always love Darwin Nunez. For the chaos, for the unbelievable misses, and for those moments of brilliant explosiveness. He's the kind of player you love for his very imperfections. It's fair to say Darwin Nunez isn't a failure, but perhaps he can't be the primary striker for a title-contending team like Liverpool. He's more suited to a wild card role, someone who can come off the bench, cause disruption, create breakthroughs, and bring an unmatched energy. With their ambitions, Liverpool needs more than just a player who evokes affection. What the Reds need are results after matches to chase titles like the Premier League or the Champions League, not regrets after missed opportunities. Darwin Nunez was not heavily relied upon by manager Arne Slot during the latter half of the past season. The Uruguayan striker's contributions were minimal, making the possibility of his departure from Anfield this summer extremely high. Team Talk has confirmed that Liverpool is ready to sell Nunez if they receive a suitable offer and find a replacement. However, no club has yet met Liverpool's asking price, as the team still wants to recoup at least £59 million for the Uruguayan striker. According to sources from Foot Mercato, Darwin Nunez is not opposed to a move to Al-Hilal in this summer's transfer window, although Liverpool has not yet received any official offers. However, the top Saudi Arabian club has established contact with the 25-year-old striker's agent. Al-Hilal reportedly turned their attention to Nunez after failing to persuade Napoli striker Victor Osimhen to join them this summer. Unlike Osimhen, Nunez is considered a more feasible target. Besides Al-Hilal, Nunez is also on the radar of Atlético Madrid and Napoli. According to the newspaper La Repubblica, Napoli views Darwin Nunez as a key target for Antonio Conte. The parties are reportedly in regular contact, and negotiations have begun regarding Nunez's situation. Nunez's potential departure is to allow Liverpool to restructure their attack and bring in names that better suit Arne Slot's philosophy. However, this doesn't mean Nunez is without value. His potential remains immense and could be fully exploited at another club. The club that acquires Darwin Nunez will gain a striker with intelligent movement, the ability to get in behind opposing defenses, and the speed to counter-attack. He's a constant threat in the box, always pressuring opposing defenses with his bursts of pace and aerial ability. The only question is whether his new team can find a way to optimize his finishing, and whether he can regain the confidence to convert those opportunities into goals. Regardless of what the future holds, Darwin Nunez remains a player worth watching. He may not be perfect, but he's certainly one of the most entertaining players on the field.